Traveling for 10 days with Apha-Gal can feel impossible, but I figured it out and brought every single meal with me. With careful planning, from a portable freezer to a mobile kitchen, I'm showing you how I stayed safe and well fed on our latest trip. So today, instead of doing photography, I thought I'd share something a little more personal. And that is something that I face every day, is Apha-Gal. For those of you who are not familiar with that, that's the tick bite allergy that makes you allergic to everything mammal. I am very sensitive. I'm not just allergic to red meat, but I'm also allergic to leather, candle fumes. I can't even go to a restaurant. I'm very highly reactive. So traveling can be a challenge. So I thought maybe I'd offer some of the tips that have helped us out through traveling, and maybe it'll help you too. I have had Apha-Gal now for 6 years. It wasn't until last year that I was diagnosed with it. The first few years, my reactions were minor and sparingly, about every couple months. It wasn't until the last couple years that my reactions became more serious. And it took about a year and a half for them to finally diagnose me. And then we put two and two together and remembered when I during a photo shoot, I got bit by multiple ticks in the woods. So we're guessing about 6 years is when I've had it. Apha-Gal is a challenge to live with, especially if you are very sensitive, but it is manageable. We did our first 10-day trip to South Dakota in May this year. So everyone with Apha-Gal is different. People can go into restaurants and find food. I personally cannot. I am like I said, highly reactive and very fume sensitive and cross-contamination. For a 10-day trip, I purchased a little freezer that plugs into a 12-volt in your car, and then it also has an outlet so you can plug it into your hotel room. And the majority of the foods were cold, so we was able to just get something small, and then a cooler. Actually, I had a couple coolers for all the cold stuff. For the freezer, I tried to do some quick meals, because if you're a lot like me, there's so much to see that we try to squeeze everything in and not much time to cook. So I wanted to make it easy. So I pre-cooked some chicken, and I put them in freezer Ziploc bags. I did some with a taco seasoning, and I had just regular chicken. And then I also did a couple of small like chicken breast tenderloins. And each morning I would pull it out and let it thaw. I put it in the fridge the hotel and let it thaw out, and then I'd fix it for dinner. Oh, my coffee, we bought a travel coffee maker that worked really well. So here's the little freezer that we used. It is by Z-Camp. Just to know, I am not being sponsored by any of these products that I'm showing. I'm not getting any endorsements. Just wanted to share what I use, but you can find what works for you. As you can see, it wasn't very large because most of the food was cold and not frozen. So I was able to get by with just a small one. You see the inside is just under 9 inches, about 8.5 inches. Just a little over 9 inches for the inside. And the outside, of course, is going to be bigger because of the compressor. It is heavy. Make sure when you put it in the car that it is level. This one is 17 inches by about 12. But you just want to make sure you keep this compressor part level. We put a block, and we put it in the back seat, and we put a block under it to kind of raise the back up a little bit. It has the 12 volt to connect to your car, and then it has the plug-in for at the hotel cabin, you know, wherever you stay. And then, of course, you can put your cold stuff. Hopefully, you've got a place where they have a little fridge that you can move all your cold stuff from the cooler into that. So something else that we bought was this little travel stove. Worked really well. A lot of the hotel rooms did not have a kitchen or a stove, so this worked really well. It's a 2-burner. Got it at Walmart. And to keep things easy, I packed a lunch every day with just a sandwich. There's a vegan cheese that I use, not vegan, but Apha-Gal safe turkey breasts that I put on my sandwich, and some lettuce, and I was able to pack enough of that, and I had that every day for lunch. Yeah, it's not the best thing to eat the same thing every day, but you know, I had something different for dinner every night, and it works. And I didn't get sick, which is what matters the most. So if you have Apha-Gal, don't stress about it. Just give some time into it on what you want to eat. Work out a menu. I had a menu for every day on what we was going to eat. Now this isn't everything I brought, but I just thought I'd give you an idea on some of the food that I brought, and keep it easy and make it simple. I had my cereal every morning. I brought some olives. I also had pickles. I've had those both in the coolers. Make sure you package them well with the glass. For popcorn, we make our own, so I brought this, and to make it easy, I got this little microwave popper thing that I got at Walmart with some oil and Apha-Gal safe butter. Rice worked really well. It cooks easy. And then I had some pasta, a couple of snacks. These pistachios are great for protein and energy. Electrolytes is really important, especially if you're out there hiking. I find these to be safe, and I use these in my water. I go try to do 1 a day, maybe 2. If we do a lot of hiking, I brought a whole bag of potatoes. They work well for making baked potatoes. I also made some fried potatoes, and I froze them. I apologize. I did not freeze those. I just made them and put them in a pan, and I ate them within the first couple of days of the trip. Had my Apha-Gal friendly safe ranch, and then I brought some cans of green beans and corn. And I have some vegetables. Also brought, some snacks like apples and carrots and stuff like that. This is the stuffing I get. Brought a couple of these. They worked. It's really easy to cook and not very time consuming. Some more snacks, and this is the chips that I had every day with my sandwich. This is a cheese stick that I get that really worked really well for the trip. It's not impossible to be able to travel. Now, this would be more for people who are driving and not flying in a plane. We usually drive to all of our locations. We travel within the U.S. Because with the Apha-Gal, I'm not really able to travel with the plane. I'm a little nervous about doing that so far still, because I'm not sure how I would eat. A lot of places, being in the Ozarks, it's common to have Apha-Gal here, so you can find more places that are a little more Apha-Gal friendly. But when you travel outside of this area, it can be complicated to find food. So even gas stations don't carry vegan food. Some grocery stores, they do carry some vegan food, but some don't carry that much. So another snack that I brought, another source of protein that I really enjoy, is turkey bacon. I pre-cooked a couple packages actually of bacon, and I put part of it in the freezer, and then I had some of it in the cooler. And every morning I would pack, 3 or 4 pieces of turkey bacon to bring with us. It's almost like a jerky. I like to bake it if you are not sure how to cook it. To me, I find it the best way to do it is in the oven. I have a little grill pan I use, and that's perfect, and it helps it get a little more crispier. And then I just put it in the fridge, and I will cook enough to where I have enough to snack on for about 2 or 3 days. I do have to watch my histamines because Apha-Gal did give me MCAS, which makes my mast cells overreact. So I do also have to watch that. But that's another good snack and good source of protein, because you want to really make sure you have healthy food while you travel, especially protein if you're going to do a lot of hiking, which, as you know, with our photography, that's what we do a lot of. So I got to have some energy, make sure I have lots of water. I brought a couple packages of spring water. Some people like me react to bottled water. I can only have spring because most water bottle filtered water is filtered through bone char, which is mammal. A lot of people don't think about that with those who have Apha-Gal. It's a lot more than just red meat, which is something else that works well with travel. Is we travel with some prepackaged fruits. I'm pretty picky. I try to get organic, make sure it's vegan, it's safe. This is just talking about the bacon earlier. This is what I use to cook the bacon in the oven. Works pretty well. Kind of helps it get crispy. I start about 375. Sometimes I'll do 400, but usually 375. Cook the bacon about 15 minutes. And then I watch it about every 2 minutes after that, because it can cook real fast and it can burn. So one tip I forgot to mention is when you pack your food for the freezer, pack it in portions. That way you can just pull out the portion you need for that day. Now, one challenge we faced with the freezer is the times we were in between hotels. So when we were traveling from one location to another, specifically there was a time we was traveling from Sioux Falls, South Dakota to Badlands National Park. It was 90 degrees, and as you know, with the freezer, it runs on your car battery, so you don't want to leave it plugged in and running while your car's not running. And of course, you can't check into your cabin or hotel or whatever until 3-4 o'clock on average. And we were planning on hiking some trails. So what I did is I just made sure I got the freezer nice and cold, put some freezer packs in the freezer to also help hold the cold, and I got it down to about -4, and we were able to do a couple hikes. Some of the hikes were even a couple hours long, and come back to the car, and a cooler would probably be about 24, 26 or so, and we just, we kept it covered so it was not in the sun, and it was able to stay frozen that way. And I would just turn on the car. We'd stay in the car long enough to get the temperature back down, and then we would go back out and hike again. So just be sure not to let the freezer run on your car without the car running. And when you have to get out, just unplug it, make sure it's not sitting in the direct sun, have some freezer packs in there to help hold the cold, and you should be good. We got really lucky, and we found this larger suitcase that worked really well for putting all the non-perishable foods in. I got it for like $20 at a wholesale store in town, but it had a lot of great storage. Worked really well. It was nice that it's on wheels. Make sure you bring lots of bug spray. If you're anything like me, I was terrified of ticks to begin with, and now that I have Apha-Gal, I guess you could say petrified of them. So I'm very cautious on where I go now. We have bug spray. I spray my clothes. I'm probably not pronouncing this correctly, but permethrin. It's a spray. You spray on your clothes, let it dry. You don't want to spray it while it's on, and the bugs do not like it. And I find that really helps, especially on my shoes and socks. And if I think I'm going to be in a wooded area, which so far I've managed to kind of stay out of high wooded areas. I'll wear leggings to cover my legs, and I will spray those with the permethrin. Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I have found that to really help. So just keep your head up, really think about your travel, and you can do it. It's a lot of work. It did seem like we were carrying had a lot of baggage for just 2 people. But we made it work, and I didn't get sick, and that's what matters. If you're living with Apha-Gal, don't let the fear of how am I going to eat keep you from places you want to see. It takes a little more gear and a little more prep, but it's so worth it. I hope this helps you feel more confident about planning your next big trip. Thanks for watching, keep exploring, and I'll see you on the next video.